Hi guys, businessman Piers Pottinger was invited on to GB News to give his take on the current fiasco surrounding the Baby Stockholm, and he started out by saying that the Conservative Party is in a bit of a tailspin due to dropping membership and the increased cost of being a supporter. He pointed out in order to fix the problem you need international cooperation and proper long-term thinking. Is he having a laugh? Have a listen to this.
The Conservative Party, shocking news today, looks like they've lost 16% of their membership. And they've also, incredibly, at the same time, put up the subscription rates. And why on earth they've done that at a time when loyal Conservatives are increasingly disillusioned with this government, who don't seem to be doing anything that I would call conservative. It requires real international collaboration and proper long-term thinking, not short-term solutions like this ridiculous barge in Dorset. That was never going to be a key element in fixing the problem.
You're not going to get international cooperation because the Conservatives want to turn the United Kingdom into the North Korea of Europe. Brexit is about cutting Britain off from the rest of the world. So good luck in trying to have international cooperation on dealing with this. When it comes to the French, the Brexiteers and the Tories just keep saying about how much money we've given to the French and we're not getting anything in return. But then when it comes to long-term thinking, well, this hasn't been the case at least since Theresa May. When Theresa May was Prime Minister, at every turn she was trying to get over a problem that the ERG presented. And it was always about, how do I keep the ERG happy? How do I keep my administration in government? There was no long-term thinking. It was all short-term thinking on a day-to-day basis or on a week-to-week basis. And then when we saw the same pretty much with Boris Johnson, Liz Truss, and also to a certain extent with Rishi Sunak. It doesn't have any long-term thinking. It's all about, okay, how can I keep racists and bigots happy for this week or this month? There's no plan here. What with the Baby Stockholm, this isn't a long-term plan. But also what he said before about how Conservatives are turning away from, the Tory party because they're seeing it crash and burn. They're expecting it to bring down immigration, and of course the plans are not designed to bring down immigration. It's just to distract, and it's failing.
I mean, but Piers, the context remains that one of those 5 pledges from Rishi Sunak is to stop the small boats. And it does seem, well, ridiculous.
Well, unfortunately, if you make pledges and you set yourself targets, you've got to keep them in politics. And it's a very dangerous thing to do. They've done this and they're not going to make, looks like, any of the pledges the way things are going. On the doorstep, I don't think people would trust Keir Starmer to do a better job than Suella Braverman.
It doesn't matter. They don't have to trust Keir Starmer. They just don't have to trust. They have to be distrustful of the Conservatives, and they are. So Keir Starmer doesn't really actually have to do anything. He just has to sit back and allow the Conservatives to crash and burn. Like when it comes to the Baby Stockholm, it's not designed to deal with the problem. And these, 5 pledges, how the hell did they come up with these? Didn't they know that it was going to be impossible to achieve them? Have NHS waiting lists? That's not possible. Even if you move people onto, move a certain number off the waiting list, you can't move everybody. You can't move half the millions. What was it 7.8 million, almost 8 million people on a waiting list? You can't even move half of those off. And if you did, people would realize that, hey, wait a minute, I've been waiting and now I've been taken off the waiting list and I haven't received my treatment. So none of these pledges are actually going to achieve anything. They are to a certain extent a distraction, but they're not working. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.